Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of One Piece Bounty Rush. Now, I want to quickly do my scouts that I have available for this TGS Celebration banner real quick. I'm not going to be doing the rest of the video immediately after this. I'm going to be doing some matches after this and kind of trying out some characters. So what I'm hoping right now is, best case scenario, we get another copy of Sabo and I'm able to use his level 70 to do a showcase later on today. I'd also love to get a copy of Kizaru for the sake of using him. I would love to get a Boa Hancock still, and we do have 3 multis because we have the main step, we have the diamond step, or non-diamond step for free, and the last one which is guaranteed character. So we're gonna go into this and have a good time with it. Now, after this, I'll also be going and trying to get a gameplay of Hawkins in. I decided not to stream today because I'm kind of like bleh. I'm kind of feeling down, just wanted to pull, honestly. But it should work out. And I think it should be a good time trying to do post commentary tomorrow, because I enjoy those a lot. Been meaning to, but something always kind of gets in the way of it. So we're getting there. We'll fight for it. Now, we did get a black flag at the beginning, so it's not looking like a great scenario right now. And as time continues to pass, I'm realizing I'm not expecting much out of this. Because this multi is non-guaranteed. Next one is free but non-guaranteed. And that is the end? Yep. Yeah, that's about how that goes. Alright, I'm actually going to go... Gold transfer medal for HP is actually going to be pretty helpful for my Doffy medals. So I will take that. But we're going to reset this. Free multi. Here we go. So, God, the rates are 5%. So it's a pretty high chance to get something good. Please. Thank goodness. Hello, my entire crew. It's been a while. It really has been a while. Oh my god, please. Can we get more than one? Is it going to be at the end? Oh, that's Kizaru. Okay, I actually haven't tried him out just yet. I've never actually pulled him, so that is fantastic. Thank you. That's going to be another green runner I can end up running and trying to test him out. I like Doffy, and I've heard that Kizaru is similar to Doffy in like the teleporting ways and being able to get away and stuff, so I might actually enjoy his gameplay. Runners aren't usually my kind of thing, but you never know. Sometimes the one Doffy comes around and you're like, well, I'm sold now. Easy enough. Hancock, hey there. I will take that as well. That's a new copy, and she got her buffs recently, so I will take that. Shit, man. There's a lot of, like, just basic copies, and they're all gonna be, like, 4-star, but I will take that. Collection's always nice, and that's not the end. Granted, yeah, that's about how it goes. But that is 2 Bounty Festival characters in one. Plus, we got Sabo earlier. These steps have been great. This banner is honestly one of the better ones that's come around recently. I like it a lot. So I'm super happy about that. Thank you so much, game. So we actually do have a guaranteed 4-star right now as well. Out of what I want from it now, I have every character so far. I would love to get another Kizaru, I'd love to get another Hancock, or another Sabo. That'd be the best case scenario for the moment. Come on. So no big run-in this time. Might just be the guaranteed then. Guaranteed would be at the end, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I hope that they actually start using this banner structure for new bounty festivals as well. Not like this good of one, because I think that having the free multi isn't really required, because like, I get that you're trying to make a profit off of all of it. That's a Frankie before the guaranteed, so I'll take that. Thank you. It's level 70 already. Jeez. But I would enjoy if they actually had like step up like this for it, just having guaranteed characters anyway, because it's so much better to actually have some kind of step up. You don't even have to guarantee like the new characters, just guarantee some kind of bounty festival. It just makes sense. That's another copy of Robin. So now both my Frankie and my Robin are up to level 70. Well, that's interesting. I guess I'll try to get Robin up to level 80 for a showcase sometime soon, because I've done Frankie already. But I will absolutely take that. Now, the medals in this account are pretty bad so far, but I'm trying to run my certain... Wait. Ooh, I'm 12 away from the scout points. When does this go away? It goes away on the 26th. Ticket scout goes away even after that. So the point reward goes away on the 3rd. So I'll actually be able to get that pretty soon. Might try and get to that sometime today with like maybe a step on this to try and get that good to go. So I'd love to try and get that ticket, maybe get another copy of Doffy or something. But yeah, that's great stuff. I am happy a lot with those pulls. So I got Moria off of the first step when I first started this out as well. So that was Moria, Sabo, Kizaru, Hancock, 2 Frankies, a Robin, and just a hell of a lot of good stuff. Hell yeah. I'll try and work on some other stuff here. Let me go to my medals here. We'll transfer the trait of the Doffy thing now. So I wanted to build this, because this seems like it's going to be a pretty good set. The skill of the new Foxfire one is, when performing a perfect dodge, reduce the cooldown time of skill 2 by 6%. And that, alongside when in an area around your enemy's treasure, reduce the cooldown reduction of his dodge by 10%. That's a pretty good combo medal together, and they honestly roll for some pretty high attack so far. So I've been having fun with that here. So which Doffy medal do I actually use right now? Do I only use this one? I swear I had another one that was, yeah, 7-star. Here we are. So it already has 2 rolls of HP. I'm actually going to go ahead and give the last one another HP roll. It's a guaranteed 3-star, and it gets me my first 9-star, which is also going to help out Doffy a lot for his actual HP build I have going right now. I'm going to try to re-roll one of these or something like that. Maybe another Virgo, and try and get, well, might try and get a 3-star attack one for this top slot for this. This way I can get some more attack on Doffy and also still have my HP quite high and not die in one shot. So that should be fun. But I will go ahead and hop to a little bit further in the future when I get a showcase of Hawkins ready, and also just kind of when I'm good to go tomorrow. So see you guys then. Wow. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-commentary for all of the challenge battles I did in the last entire day. So upon playing this game mode, this challenge battle, for roughly about 3 hours straight, I got to 100,000 points, and I only got the chance to play as Hawkins twice. For some reason, I've just had some really bad luck with actually playing it. In the matches you can see here, I tried out trying to do some interactions with what he does, and typically what I was finding is grouping up on the first flag and using his second is actually a great thing for his actual kit. And you can see here, I honestly whiff that first way too often because the build up for it is really, really slow. As a character though, he actually is a fantastic force on a team. His second being a buff to anyone around him, similar to how Vivi had hers, and his Nat actually being one of the more reliable ones is super nice. Granted, I kind of got schooled by that Nico Robin. She's like the main threat inside this current battle, and naturally, the entire big issue is you don't really have any medals you can equip to him. So typically you're just getting the raw character, and in interaction with a blue defender versus a green attacker, it kind of doesn't work out. You can see here, they actually got team boosted as I was trying to engage the buggies. My only goal was to try and make sure I don't get hit. Him walking away was honestly kind of better for me, and him kind of like taking off is super, super nice. I ended up charging up the first flag to try and be a little bit safer. And just kind of hold down the fort as I can as things go. My main issue right now is I have my second, and I don't want to pop it without being around my team. But a pretty big difficulty is if you don't end up using it when you're not around your team, you're just kind of wasting it for the amount of time that you have it charged. So honestly, in that scenario right there, what I probably would have wanted to do is pop my second before going in there, but it would have actually given the Bonnie more excuses to take me on. So I have a feeling that going forward, he's not going to become an especially great unit and one of the units that's really super worth it until people start running proper tournaments. Like, naturally, we have a few tournaments going on for the game so far. But he'll be one of those characters where you need to be in communication with the rest of your team to be able to use properly. You need to make sure everyone sticks around each other to be able to use the second effectively. His NAD being that nice 3-hit with like the small whip to it, I love it. It's honestly one of my favorite NADs in the game. It just connects so easily, and you can see here, I'm able to just kind of joust away this Bellamy pretty easily. I have more issues when it comes to Nico Robbins, because the distancing is honestly a pretty big issue. I also just hurt a lot. Unfortunately, this buggy just kind of took that area away, and we're kind of SOL in terms of trying to get back there to get that done. Another big issue is he doesn't have a lot of kill potential. He's mostly he's a unit based on just trying to control an area and be with his team to be able to kind of effectively hold down a point. But for him himself, his perfect dodge is super, super easy to try and do. So I haven't had much trouble with him actually fighting him, honestly. But you can see, that was our first match with Hawkins. We're going to go ahead and fade over to some other games I had throughout the entirety of this grind. I picked the games that had the most interesting interactions between the characters, and also the two Hawkins games. So here I'm playing as the Red Luffy. I said before that basically, inside the challenge battle, having the Red Luffy is basically an answer and a straight up win inside this. Mostly because a lot of the actual characters you run into are greens. Like there's 4 greens versus the 2 blues and 2 reds. So this Luffy is just kind of an answer to most of that. Right here, I mostly play him as a raw attacker that also kind of stays away a little bit to be a little bit of a defender. And you'll see some things that happen throughout the match that are quite interesting. First of all, perfect timing right there, and also his NAD is able to hit a pretty good area. For Hawkins, oh god, yeah, that was a pretty hard hit. Jeez, you can see I tried to dodge the side a little bit, and I actually ended up getting hit anyway. His actual dodges seem to be towards him as the best way to get the perfect dodge off. I was just trying to get out of the way entirely. But yeah, that's a pretty big problem. Also, she became a child, so I'm just going to go over to A to grab that. And she is going to follow me. I assumed she was going to actually get out of her form immediately because I was kind of trying to count it, but I was just off of that. But here we go. Go ahead and grab this. Alvida actually saves me here a little bit and lets us grab this point. The best case scenario right here would have been Bellamy staying behind, but they end up having it where... I don't know if it's Bellamy or Alvida following me. It's actually Alvida. Bellamy stayed behind. That's good. But even charging this middle point, right now, the main difficulty is we're not really controlling or being together for most of this. The Alvida's alongside me right now, but the actual like staying back of Bellamy and kind of what the map is looking like right now, we're very all over the place. And you can see, sitting here and waiting for this to happen, I wasn't really sure how to engage here, because I couldn't get that perfect dodge, unfortunately. I ended up missing that. And a Gatling wouldn't have been safe in that scenario. I just kind of had to run away and kind of leave it for now. I used the Gatling here, and she actually ended up canceling it, and then I got hit from behind by the Bonnie. It was just kind of, every side was bad, and so it was a pretty big issue, and I'm kind of unfortunately screwed after that. We have 1 minute left in this actual match, but the Hawkins is kind of holding down the fort back here. His actual... So... Hawkins is a really hard character to kill inside this challenge battle because of things, and because I couldn't have done any damage to him because I was only the Red Luffy. I'm an attacker, but not really a great one. I just ran up here to grab this. I honestly don't know what would have been the answer to this match right here, because I can't go back to go and grab that Hawkins, and the Bonnie was here to grab this point if I ended up leaving. So I was just kind of stuck here and kind of getting some battles in. Yeah, typically for Hawkins, I want to try to learn his dodges a little bit better, because I feel as if his stand being that huge knockback for his first is really scary. And once he releases as a 6-star, he's going to be probably a pretty big force inside the meta right now. It'll depend more on if we can get people that actually stay around you when the first kickoff happens. I have a feeling he'll make a pretty big splash, honestly. But that was our second match right now. Honestly, I just like that match a lot for the interaction we had with the dodge through that knockback earlier. But here we have another match here with Brooke. Now, I feel as if, in terms of like the character I enjoy playing most out of this entire challenge battle, Bonnie's probably the highest up there, followed by Brook, then Luffy, then Hawkins, then Nico Robin. Granted, the one I got the chance to play as the most was Buggy, so that's just how the luck ends up going. This actual battle's been super weird, but I kind of like it at the same time. I hope that there actually is... So for right now, because I had to spend so much time trying to get Hawkins, I was just kind of pumping through battles consistently. I hope that there's like more stretch rewards next time we do something like this, and next time we have like an event like this. Because we've had stretch rewards before where you just get like skill orbs, for example. Also here, I decided to be the skeleton down a hallway to that Buggy. I turned my back and became the most scary man in the world, and yet, he ran away. There you go. See ya, Buggy. See you later. Never see, bye. But I hope they actually have some stretch goals next time around, because I honestly think that being able to grind out as much as you want to for a battle like this is super nice. I just really wanted to get a Hawkins match, and halfway through my matches, I was already done with the rewards by the time I was just trying to get showcases done. And skill orbs, special skill orbs, are super worth it. I think that for the boss fight, I didn't really end up grinding it too much because I was fine with what I got. But for this, I'd love to get stretch rewards. Also, I saw some other details recently about One Piece Stampede. So, like, I went over to Treasure Cruise, and there is a very, very scary, cool version of Douglas Bullet over there. That's very, very fancy. I don't know, like, how it comes about or how it happens, but it seems fucking radical. I'm hoping we actually end up getting another boss fight soon with that second Douglas Bullet, because I have a feeling that we're not done just yet with this actual game mode. Granted, so we got Brawl 8 previously inside this game, and Brawl 8 was it just came around one season randomly, and it was the entirety of the season, where you could only do a 4v4 battle royale type of game mode, where your goal was to get as many kills as possible. That only came around once, and right now, despite the fact that the boss fight says that it was supposed to be for, it said Boss Battle 1 for the actual logo for it. So I assume we'll get another one soon, but they might just kind of be leaving it for right now until later on when we get some more details towards Stampede. I don't know how they're going to plan to do it, because we've already gotten the Stampede Scout for both Smoker and Sabo. So, yeah. I'm curious. I'm excited, though. I'm excited to see what they do with things in the future. Because we already had a Wano Zoro showed off earlier on today, and he seems super, super good. I don't know if he's a defender, an attacker, or a runner, but he seems to have one attack, which is like a dash forward with like the 8 crossing thing from the Fishman Island. And his actual second seems to be like a big poke from across the map with his sword, which is super cool. Similar to how Kizaru's second works, but it just kind of stops and it doesn't actually teleport him anywhere, which is nice. So he might be a good defender if that's the case. I'm hoping he actually ends up being blue, but we'll see. But here we have our final match that I got. This is the last one I did today. This is when I hit the 100,000 points. And this is the match I got Hawkins for the second time. I was really excited to try and get it, because I had been playing for a long, long while already. I was kind of exhausted from it. But here we go. Now, my choice when I first start off here, I go near where E is. Because I didn't grab the flag, I decided to use the buff and try and get something. We got the attack up, which I think might have been the 100%. I honestly don't know how you would be able to tell inside the game. I think it might have 2 arrows for the attack buff. So that would mean that we didn't get the big one. But I'll have to find out about it when he first drops, because I honestly don't know the signifier just yet. It would make sense if it was the 2 procs, though. Also here, you can see his NAD sweeping around to both Alvida, of which he does almost her entire health bar worth of damage, and Bellamy to the side as well. His NAD is honestly, like, probably top 4 in the game. It's such good stuff. Here I actually get attacked by a Brook. Now, this Brook has been the bane of my existence throughout this entire match, and you'll see here I end up using the solo version of my buff, because I realized that when you knock down an enemy, you're actually able to get enough time to pop 1 buff during. I hope to get the attack one because I need to actually kill that version of Brook. You can see my damage is only at 200 per hit right now. It's kind of a big problem, but I got the defense up, so whew. I got Warbed on here, so this is pretty much a guaranteed kill for Hawkins. He has no chance to dodge around it, except that I broke out for like a second, and I end up pressing sorry instead because I was already thinking I was dead. That honestly might have been the reason why I died here. Because I end up trying to buff here when I knock down the Brook, but he only needs one hit, and I only have the dodge, which I end up failing to get the perfect dodge on. Honestly, trying to panic roll through Nads is a really bad habit of mine. I need to try and watch for the hits more often. I do it a lot with characters that just end up being like 4 pokes in a row, because I assume that if I eventually do it, maybe it'll work out. Pop the buff here and we get a defense increase, which is quite nice. Unfortunately, that means I'm not able to do that much damage against the Alvida until the team boost starts. Otherwise, that would have done a lot of damage with my Nad right there. But I end up heading up here as well. Honestly, I really need to start charging these points. Now that I'm seeing like this gameplay in post, Hawkins, he's great for holding stuff down, but I really wanted to go engage with this Luffy here just to try and take him down. The issue is our actual E right now isn't charged fully, so I have to run all the way back to save this Alvida. I have to use my stand because I assumed I would end up hitting her, but the distancing is super weird on it. It seems like if you get the zoom in, that's like a guaranteed hit. Difficulty is trying to make sure you're close enough to do the damage and not having them run away while also not wanting to like die super hard because you have no health left. It's a hard balance, you know? And here, we actually almost end up getting this. We just need to grab one more point. But I think we had some good interactions and did our best with Hawkins right here. He honestly seems like a fantastic character, and once he drops as an actual 3-star grindable, I'm going to try to max him out and try and use all my shards to get him. But you can see here, my team wasn't really that great this time around. But, you know, and I hit 100k here, you can see. Yeah, it took a lot out of me. But that has been the episode for today. Thank you for watching this episode of One Piece Bounty Rush, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody.